A new lawsuit involving Pam Bondi has gone public, and the reaction has been intense, emotional, and impossible to ignore. Supporters are scrambling to defend her, critics are demanding accountability, and social media is absolutely on fire. Whether you see Pam Bondi as a powerful political figure or a deeply controversial one, this moment could mark a turning point. According to public court filings and early reporting, the lawsuit raises serious questions about conduct, decision-making, and influence. While no court has ruled on the claims yet, the allegations alone have ignited a storm, and Bondi's reported reaction has only added fuel to the fire. Observers say this isn't just another legal dispute. This case is being framed as something bigger, a test of credibility, power, and transparency at a time when public trust is already fragile. And the timing, that's what makes it explosive. While details are still emerging, the lawsuit reportedly centers on actions taken by Pam Bondi during her time in public office and her subsequent political involvement. The plaintiffs argue that certain decisions may have crossed ethical or legal boundaries, while Bondi's defenders insist the claims are politically motivated and misleading. At this stage, it's important to be clear, these are allegations, not verdicts. But in the court of public opinion, perception often matters just as much as proof. Legal analysts point out that the lawsuit appears carefully constructed, relying on documentation, timelines, and past statements. That alone has made it harder for this case to be dismissed as noise. What's raising eyebrows is how quickly the lawsuit gained attention and how strongly Bondi's name trended once it became public. This suggests that the case is tapping into long-standing concerns and unresolved questions surrounding her career. Whether the lawsuit holds up in court or not, one thing is certain: it has reopened debates many thought were settled. Multiple reports and insider accounts claim that Pam Bondi reacted forcefully once the lawsuit became public. Sources describe frustration, anger, and an aggressive pushback behind the scenes. While Bondi has publicly denied wrongdoing, critics say her response appears defensive rather than reassuring. Instead of a calm, legal-focused rebuttal, the reaction has been described as emotional and combative, something that surprised even longtime observers. Why does that matter? Because public figures under scrutiny are often judged as much by how they respond as by what they're accused of. A measured response can slow a controversy. A heated one can make it explode. Supporters argue Bondi is simply fighting back against what they see as a targeted attack. Critics, however, claim the reaction suggests pressure and vulnerability. In today's media landscape, perception moves faster than facts, and this reaction may have already shaped how millions see the case. Political opponents are calling for further investigations. Legal commentators are debating whether this lawsuit could lead to subpoenas, depositions, or even additional cases. Meanwhile, allies are closing ranks, warning against what they describe as lawfare and political retaliation. This lawsuit doesn't exist in a vacuum. It lands at a time when public trust in institutions is low and skepticism toward powerful figures is high. That makes even unproven allegations feel heavier and more dangerous. If the case proceeds, it could force sworn testimony, document disclosures in public hearings. Each step would keep the story alive and keep Pam Bondi in the spotlight. On the other hand, if the lawsuit is dismissed, it could strengthen Bondi's narrative that she's being unfairly targeted. Either way, the damage or momentum will already have been done. The coming weeks, courts will decide whether the lawsuit moves forward or stalls. Lawyers will file motions, statements will be made, and the media will dissect every word. But beyond the legal process, this story taps into something deeper: the growing demand for accountability among powerful figures. For some viewers, this lawsuit represents long overdue scrutiny. For others, it's proof that political warfare has entered a dangerous new phase. Pam Bondi's future, political or otherwise, may depend on how this unfolds. One thing is clear: this story is far from over. And as more documents surface, more reactions emerge, and more facts come into focus, the public will be watching closely. Because in today's world, it's not just about what happens in court, it's about what people believe happened.